Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss the case of Principal Commissioner of Income Tax versus Shalimar Pellet Feeds Limited. This case has been reported in 453 ITR at page number 547. The case has been decided on 22nd February 2022 and the case has been decided by Calcutta High Court. In this case, there were two issues, one regarding section 14A and the other is regarding 80IB. But the main issue was regarding section 80IB. 80IB gives the deduction to the assessee which are involved in the profits and gains from certain industrial undertakings other than infrastructure undertakings. In this case, the assessee was mixing some feeds which were fit for consumption of human and then making the final product which was fit for poultry feeds and claiming the deduction under section 80IB by saying that it is a manufacturing activity and eligible for section 80IB deduction. When the matter was in scrutiny, it was the contention of the learned assessing officer that there is no manufacturing activity. It is only of the mixing of the products which is not fit for to be called as manufacturing activity and denied the deduction under section 80IB. The main contention of the learned assessing officer was that it was not manufacturing activity. So the question was that whether in the present case, that is making the poultry feed from the feeds which was fit for human consumption, whether it is a manufacturing activity or not. The assessee explained all the manufacturing process before the CIT appeal also, and he was convinced that it was a manufacturing activity. The department moved to the ITAT and the ITAT observed that according to the central government policy, the poultry feed is eligible for 80IB subsection 4 deduction and the ITAT also allowed the deduction to the assessee. The department moved to the High Court. The High Court brought very important point regarding the manufacturing activity. It was the point of the Honorable High Court that the simple test to see whether an activity is a manufacturing activity or not is that if after completing the manufacturing activity, it is possible that the products which are being used for manufacturing can be brought into their original shape, then it can be said that there is no manufacturing activity. In the present case, the poultry feed was made from feed which was fit for human consumption and it can be used by the human consumption separately. But after the conversion into the poultry feed, it was not possible in the present case to bring all those inputs which were used for the poultry feed to bring back to their original position. Meaning thereby that now after making the poultry feed, it was not possible to consume it for the humans. So where after the manufacturing process, the inputs cannot be brought into their original shape or original identity, then in that case it can be said that the manufacturing activity is completed and the assessee was eligible for 80IB deduction. Friends, this is a little bit new case and it throws a very clear light on that whether an activity is a manufacturing activity or not. Apart from this, in this case, some additions was made under section 14A which says about some disallowances for the expenses incurred for earning that income which is not included into the income of the assessee. Section 14A disallowance is generally made where the assessee is earning the dividend income on the shares and that dividend income is exempt. So in this case, the court said that all the investment should not be considered for making the disallowance under section 14A. Only those investments should be considered for making disallowance under section 14A on which the exempt income is being earned. For example, if the investment is consisting of debentures and shares. So shares are earning exempt income, but dividends are not earning exempt income. So debenture should not be considered for calculating the disallowance under section 14A. Friends, this case is very important as far as the manufacturing process is concerned, because in the Income Tax Act, the manufacturing process has not been defined. At the end of this video, once again, I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Principal Commissioner of Income Tax versus Shalimar Pellet Feeds Limited. And this case has been reported in 453 ITR at page number 547. The date of the judgment is 22nd February 2022. Thank you, friends.